Hi everyone, welcome to Wow Wednesday on makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. And today we're going to be doing a tried and true technique, but one that I really like to pull out, especially in the fall. We're going to be using the Rooted in Nature stamp set and the baby wipe technique. Now this has been around for a while, but if you haven't done it, or if you haven't done it for quite some time, let's take a look at this really simple but wow technique. So my mom came over yesterday and she saw a card that I did using this technique and she was like, wow, how did you do that? So that's what spurred this Wow Wednesday. So what you're going to need, like I said, is the Rooted in Nature stamp set. And all we're going to use are the 2 large and small leaves and the Thinking of You sentiment. I'm going to set that out of the way. You're also going to need a Mary Merlot ink pad, your Mary Merlot re-inker, along with pumpkin pie and crushed curry. Having your silicone map is also very handy, and I'll show you why in a minute. For our card, we have a base of Mary Merlot, which is 8.5 by 5.5. We have 2 pieces of early espresso cut at 5 by 4.25, and 2 pieces of shimmer white cardstock cut. I'm sorry, the early espresso is 5.25 by 4, and the shimmer white cardstock is 5 by 3 3/4. All of those measurements will be on my blog, so go ahead and take a look at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. So take your silicone craft mat, and I have a package of baby wipes here, and it really doesn't matter the brand, although I do like to see it if I can get fragrance free. And take out a stack. You need to have some padding here because this is actually going to function as your ink pad. Okay? So get them nice. I'm trying to get them smoothed out here so I don't have a big wrinkle in the middle. And then you can just even fold it in half because we're not using very large stamps today. So I have a stack there of about 3 or 4 baby wipes. Then, starting with your darkest ink first, in this case it's Mary Merlot, we're going to add a couple drops from your re-inker and just kind of spread it around. So that looks to be about 8 drops, and you can see it's starting to spread. Now with your pumpkin pie, we're just going to layer over the top of that and fill in any gaps. And again, that's probably 7 or 8. I didn't count. I like this exact science. This is kind of how I cook. Okay, and then I have crushed curry. And these colors are going to be a little darker than what I featured on my blog. Put one in the middle there. Because I wanted something just a little more vibrant than what I already had. Now, I'm going to take one of the pieces of shimmer white cardstock, and I'm using the largest leaf first. And using this, I'm just going to kind of pat around, and using that as my ink pad, look what happens. I'm going to stamp on the scratch paper first, and we get this beautiful variegated fall leaf. So I'm going to start at the top and stamp slightly off the paper. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And I'm going to stamp, 3 or 4, and keep moving your leaf around. What you don't want to do is kind of mush it around and drag it, kind of tap it around like you would an ink pad. If you blend it too much, you're going to get really muddy colors, kind of like at the end of fall, right? So then just use your small leaf and go fill in those gaps. And it's okay if they overlap. You know, it's kind of like a fall out in your yard when you've got all that pile of leaves out there. And just fill in any white spaces along the border there. I like that. You want to see it close up? Can you see how pretty that is? So we've got the oranges from fall and the red and the yellow, and it kind of makes a little purpley color too. All right, so I'll clean those later. Now I have my Mary Merlot stamp pad and my sentiment. And this seemed a little dry earlier, so and that's going to fit right there. Oh, and you know what? I have this second piece of shimmer white that I was going to put in the inside of my card. Let's decorate that too. I've got the ink out and I've got the stamp still, so let's go ahead and use that. And just add a leaf or two on the inside. I like to decorate the inside. Maybe not with a sentiment, because I never know exactly what I'm going to say at the time that I make a card, unless I'm sending it for a specific purpose.